Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good evening. Good evening. Everyone has translation, right? They have, whoever. First of all, very happy to come to Baba's place for first time. This place, right? So I can tell it has been warmed up very nicely, right? Over the past few years. And who warms the place? Who heats Baba by himself? His children, no? Baba's children warm the place up. And how do they warm up? With yoga, right? Exactly. I think yesterday only Baba said, right? Or day before, that with knowledge you can cool, and with yoga you can heat. So we need both in Brahmin life. We need for the head to be cool with knowledge, but we also need the intensity of our effort, heat, to burn the sense. So very nice that Baba has this beautiful place for Gyan and Yoga both. So today's Murli. Sweet children, exchange imperishable jewels of knowledge among yourselves and sustain one another. Continue to donate the jewels of knowledge. But Baba is putting a lot of responsibility on us. Of course, he is the ocean. He comes to share the knowledge with us. But after we hear, after we listen, then what? Share with each other. Donate where it is needed. Continue to donate the jewels of knowledge. Question is, what effort should you make to keep yourself in limitless happiness? What effort should you make to keep yourself in limitless happiness? And everyone will have their own answer in their head, right? You got your own answer. And Baba's answer: in order to remain happy, churn the ocean of knowledge. Keep churning the ocean of knowledge. Learn to talk to yourselves. This is the only place that people will tell you to learn to talk to yourself. If there is any suffering of karma, then in order to remain cheerful, remember that your bodies are old shoes that you are becoming those who will have bodies free from disease for 21 births, and that your suffering of karma is being settled for birth after birth. Always teaching us to churn, especially in this particular instance of having physical element, physical problem. What do you talk to yourself about? When an illness or calamity finishes, then you are happy. Think in this way and stay happy. They say, whatever has come, Dadi Janki used to say, whatever has come, will also go. It's not going to stay forever. So Baba said even the other day, say bye-bye. It is not only leaving, but it's leaving for a long time. It's not going to come back for a long time. No sickness in the golden age. So how happy you should be. Song, Mother, oh Mother, you are the bestower of fortune for the world. Mother, oh Mother, you are the bestower of fortune for the world. Om Shanti, this praise is of the mothers. Salutations to the mothers. Vande Matram. O Mother, you sustain everyone from Shiv Baba's treasure store. Which type of sustenance? You sustain everyone with the imperishable jewels of knowledge. This means that you are being given sustenance from the urn of the nectar of knowledge. You are receiving the treasures of the imperishable jewels of knowledge from Shiv Baba's treasure store, which you cannot see with these eyes. But he comes every morning and he makes the delivery. Right? This is now evening delivery. 2 times a day he does it, right? Morning and evening. Baba said you should refresh yourself with knowledge. And so this is what Baba does. In fact, there is only praise of Shiv Baba. He is Karan Karavanhar. Point of light. He comes and he showers us with knowledge. He shares these imperishable treasures. And he is called Karan Karavanhar. The mother is Jagatamba, the world mother. There must be also other mothers. This praise belongs to the mothers. Vande Matram praise belongs to mothers because Baba has put the mothers in front. Jagatamba, world mother, is praised so much because of what Baba did when he came. The mother looks after us very well. Those who live in Shiv Baba's yagya are being sustained. Mothers are famous for giving sustenance, even physical sustenance. Whatever the child needs, to be able to give it in that form. So Baba is saying those who are, and how is it that they are sustaining, or who they are sustaining? Those who live in Shiv Baba's yagya are being sustained physically also. They too are being sustained with the imperishable jewels of knowledge through the mothers. The majority is of mothers. There are many brothers who sustain the sisters. Both exchange jewels of knowledge with one another and sustain one another. So not only Brahma Kumaris, but it's also Brahma Kumar's ashram. Right? So it's not exclusive, but predominant majority, Baba said. The mothers would naturally come forward to do this kind of seva, to take from Baba as well as to share what they have taken from Baba. Here, you give the treasures of the imperishable jewels, Brothers have spiritual love for sisters, and sisters have spiritual love for brothers. Both exchange jewels of knowledge with one another and sustain one another. In this world, people can even be one another's enemy. They give vices to one another. Whereas here you give the treasures of the imperishable jewels of knowledge. This is something that we have to be very careful about. We can get very enthusiastic about sharing whatever we have heard, but we have to make sure that we are also working on ourselves to make sure that we are not mixing it with any of our own vices. Knowledge mixed with little bit ego, little bit arrogance, little bit anger. Not good, right? So we cannot exchange vices at the same time that we are exchanging the nectar of knowledge. It needs purity, that's why. So Baba is saying in this world, people can do that. They give vices to one another, but here you give the treasures of imperishable jewels of knowledge. You Brahma Kumars and Kumaris are brothers and sisters. Your name is very great. There must definitely be Kumars and Kumaris of Prajapita Brahma. This has to be understood with the intellects. There is praise of the mothers in the song. There is World Mother Saraswati, and so there must definitely be children too. That is, there must be a family. Even when you say World Mother, okay, who are you mother of? Mother for all the children of the world, right? Mama got that title because of the way, the quality in which her sustenance would be, right? She's young Kumari. How did she get to be a mother? Because of sustaining through knowledge. Really giving knowledge in a practical form, in an easy form, in a powerful form, that you can actually use it. So Baba is talking about that. So Mother Saraswati, and then the children, and therefore a family. This too is something to be understood. It is written, Prajapita, father of humanity. Brahma is called Prajapita, so there must surely have been people created through Brahma at some time. Brahma is the father of the corporeal world. It is remembered that the Brahmin clan was created through Prajapita Brahma. Even in scriptures, they say creation means the God of creation is Brahma, they say. Of course, they don't know about Prajapita Brahma, how exactly it happens. But Baba comes and he clarifies that I myself entered this corporeal medium and he becomes the father of the humanity, and I create through this one. Brahmins are the original and eternal children. In fact, it is wrong to say the original eternal deity religion. Every day we hear it, original eternal deity religion. Today Baba is saying, no. It's wrong to say. Why is saying that? That is the religion of the golden age. The original eternal religion, which has now disappeared, is that of the Brahmins, the very first creation that God creates. That is us, Brahma Kumars, Kumaris, Brahmins. Even before the deity religion, there is the Brahmin religion, which is called the top knot. This would be called the confluence-aged, original, eternal Brahmin religion. This is such a good secret to be explained. Baba has explained that when anyone comes, first of all, give them the Father's introduction. They will come inside, they will look at all these pictures, they will get very confused. So first and foremost, Baba always says, take them to the picture of the Father. right? Incorporeal father, father's introduction. This is the main thing. There is no kingdom of Brahmins. It is written that the golden aged deity world sovereignty is your godfatherly birthright. There is truly the deity religion, but it has to be explained when and how they received this kingdom. Not only did they have the religion, but they also had a system of governance that was a kingdom. This is why it is necessary to keep the picture of Trimurti in front of them. It is written on it, sovereignty of heaven is your birthright. Through whom? That too has to be written. Have this board made, and then everyone should put it up outside their homes, just as government officers have boards. Baba goes all out, right? Because he's a little point and he wants to get all the knowledge to his children. So he gives all the even tiniest directions of how to explain, how to put it up in a way that it attracts people. So this is Baba's direction for how to make the knowledge attractive. So have this board made, and then everyone should put it up outside their homes, just as government officers have their boards. Some keep badges with them, the badges, medals. Each one of them has his own sign, and you too should have a sign. We also have our badge. So this is also our mobile board that we carry with us. Baba gives you directions, but it is the duty of you children to put them into practice so that there can be some fast service accomplished. This is a very important thing. Doctors and barristers all have boards put up outside their homes. So you should also have a board put up. Come and understand how Shiv Baba gives the sovereignty of heaven through Brahma, especially in India. And there are so many places. Everyone wants to, say that I can also share knowledge. I can also teach. I can also give the course. But then if you're just doing it in your house and nobody knows about it, then what, right? So he said, make it known to other people. So World Spiritual University, but all in these little flats, you will see in these tall buildings. So they will have their little board there. People will be amazed when they see this. They will then come inside to understand more. You can even put them up outside your flats. Boards should be put up in to indicate a person's business. Because children don't do anything, service doesn't take place. First, there is an attack by Maya. There isn't the faith that you are going to Baba. You don't remember that your part of 84 births has now come to an end, and that you are to go to the new world of heaven, having claimed your inheritance. So yes, on the one hand, you need to talk to people about what the knowledge says. But first and foremost, you have to have that full faith, right? And not be wavering, maybe this, maybe that, maybe it is true, maybe it is not true. Then I will not be effective, right? Even if I speak. So I was saying you have to have this faith. Remember that your part of 84 births comes to an end, and that you are to go to the new world of heaven, having claimed your inheritance. Baba says you may perform actions, but remember Baba for whatever time you have available. We are beating the drum saying that this is everyone's last birth. We will then not take rebirth in the land of death. This is a land of death, the end of the Iron Age. Then we leave our bodies. We don't want to come back into this Iron Age. You also know that land of death is now to end. We first have to go to the land of Nirvana, our sweet silence, our sweet home. You should continue to talk to yourselves in this way. Yes, you do that. Or too busy. Oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. So somewhere we have to find the time to also talk to ourselves how Baba talks to us about the things of knowledge, about soul, about Supreme Soul, about a cycle of time. This is called churning the ocean of knowledge. The Father says, you are karma yogis. Do you not have as much wisdom as a tortoise? Tortoise. It eats the grass, etc., for its sustenance, withdraws all its physical organs, and then it sits down quietly. It moves around, gets its food, and then withdraws all its physical organs, and then it sits down quietly. Then you don't even know it's a living turtle. People will say, oh, this is just a little stone or something like that. It has become so quiet inside. You children have to stay in remembrance of the Father. Same thing with us, very busy, very, very hectic day. But then right in the middle of it or right after it, when you sit in the evening especially, what do? You withdraw all your organs, not only the organs of the body, but also your mind, your intellect, everything withdraws, become like a little quiet point. Sounds so good even to think about it that way, that we can do that for ourselves. You children have to stay in remembrance of the Father. You have to spin the discus of self-realization. Consider yourselves to be master seeds. I'm a little seed. The soul is like a master seed. The seed has all the knowledge of the tree, how it is created, how it is sustained, and how the drama of the cycle of 84 births turns. So this picture of the cycle has been created to show the cycle of 84 births so that people can have this knowledge of 84 births. The Father has explained that only you take 84 births. Those who belong to the original eternal deity religion, that is, those who become deities from Brahmins, are the ones who take 84 births. You know the 84 births. Before we used to say many, 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 many births. But Baba boils it down to just 84 births. Right? And that too, not everyone, only those who are learning now with Baba, getting ready for their deity life. It is said the night of Brahma and the day of Brahma, 84 births are included in that. Therefore, you should make a board of the Trimurti and write on it that this is your godfatherly birthright. If you want, come and claim it. If not now, then never. Put it off, put it off, put it off. It may be left forever. You may never get a chance. Right? So this is Baba's slogan. Now or never. Take advantage of this precious time. You have to make effort before the great war takes place. It is very easy to make this board. You can put up a picture of the Trimurti or Shiva. The name, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, Shiva, is written there. He is the God of the Gita. In the Gita, there are only the things of Raj Yoga mentioned. And this is why we write that the deity sovereignty is your godfatherly birthright. Raj Yoga, the name itself says, it's the yoga that makes you into kings, sovereigns. So Baba's knowledge also is to make us into sovereigns, yoga for sovereigns. And so Baba says, this is Shiv Baba and this is Prajapita Brahma. You receive your inheritance through this one. In heaven, you become kings and queens. You know what Rama, and here Rama means Shiv Baba. You know what Rama gives and what Ravan gives. Yes, you know clearly. You don't mix up the two, right? Sometimes. So very, very clear in our mind what Rama gives, what Ravan gives, what God gives, and what Maya or five vices, what do we get from that? For half a cycle, it is the kingdom of Rama, and for half the other half, it is the kingdom of Ravan. It is not that the Supreme Soul, Rama, causes sorrow. It is Ravan, the five vices, that cause sorrow and makes you vicious. Even if not anything else in the whole of knowledge. But if we just get this right? That God gives us happiness, God gives us virtues, and Ravan, the Maya, the vices, gives us sorrow. Yeah, important, very, very important lesson. And that is also through vices. She gives us sorrow through the vices. The golden age is Shivalaya. Children receive different explanations every day. Therefore, you should remain happy. You know that Shiv Baba is teaching you. It isn't that you have to remember the corporeal one. Shiv Baba is teaching you easy Raj Yoga through Brahma. Shiv Baba enters Prajapita Brahma. Physical body is needed for him to teach, to explain. So he enters the body of Prajapita Brahma. No one else can be called Prajapita Brahma, the father of humanity, or the one through whom creation can take place. And then Brahmins too are definitely needed. So you need a corporeal medium through whom God incorporeal can create. And then you also need a little family that gets created at this time, and that is the family of Brahmins. The Father comes and tells you the truth. It is remembered that the fortune of the kingdom is received in a second. Children say that they are the children of Shiv Baba. He is the creator of heaven. Therefore, he would surely give us the kingdom of heaven. Yes? All of this, you can get it in 1 second. God, what does he do? What kind of a world he creates? World of happiness, world of heaven. And so if he does that, then we should be getting that directly from him. He is the creator of heaven. Therefore, he would surely give us the kingdom of heaven. What else would he give us? Baba is so wonderful. It is also remembered that Janak received liberation in life in a second. King Janak, they say, was asking for liberation in life. Got it in a second in terms of realization. You know that you now belong to Shiv Baba. You now belong to Shiv Baba, not only that I'm a soul, right? Okay, that's a very good aspect of knowledge. But I, the soul, am a child of Shiv Baba. I belong to Shiv Baba. He takes full responsibility for me. He's taking care of me. He's guiding me. There's all of that. So belonging to him, from inside out. You definitely have to remember Shiv Baba because he has adopted you. So you all felt, right? And when you came here or when you came to the center, I belong here. I belong here. Something made you look around and say, I belong here. Yes. So what was that magic? I belong here. Shiv Baba, his energy. Right. Even at that time, we may not have known who that Shiv Baba is or whatever, but something made you very comfortable when you come to the center. Whether it was a human being or whether it was the atmosphere, whether it was knowledge, pictures, whatever it was. But you felt like you have come home, right? So this is what he's saying, that it's not only home, it's not only place, but you belong to Shiv Baba. Right? This belonging that we should have for each other. And when you get that, then you can feel belonging anywhere you go. Anywhere you go. So I was saying, so you definitely have to remember Shiv Baba because he has adopted you. You have to remember the one from whom you receive your inheritance and also remember your inheritance. When a child is adopted, he knows that he was previously a child of so and so, and that he is now a child of so and so. His heart would move away from those parents and be connected to these parents. This happens a lot when a child is in a poor family. I know it happens a lot in India. Children from poor families get adopted by wealthier families because they don't have children or they want to give better life to the children. So they openly adopt, right? And so Baba is saying this for the child, little by little. It takes time, but little by little he gets it. This one will give me the toys. This one will get me the clothes. This one will treat me, send me to school, all these things. So definitely the connection transfers to the one from whom he is being sustained or from whom he is getting all the attainments. His heart would then move away from those parents and be connected to these parents. Here too, you say that you are Shiv Baba's adopted children. Therefore, what is the benefit in remembering those fathers? The most beloved father is the one who gives you so much prosperity. The father makes effort to make you children worthy. He gives you prosperity and he also teaches you, he makes you worthy to get that prosperity, to sustain that prosperity. You repeatedly forget such a father. All others cause you unhappiness and you still continue to remember them and forget me, my father. A sweet complaint from Baba. What do they give you and you still remember them? And here I give you so much, make you so elevated, so worthy, and you don't remember me. You may live at home, but remember Baba. This requires effort because only then will your sins be absolved. This whole world is to become a graveyard. When you children belong to me, you become the masters of the world. When you children belong to me, you become the masters of the world. Right? Everything of yours you've given to Baba, and Baba has given you everything. And that is the whole world, not the world as it is, but the world that he is creating. You know that you now belong to Baba, and so you will definitely become masters of heaven. Let your mercury of happiness rise high. You also know that this is an old body. There has to be the suffering of karma. Baba and Mama also continue to settle that in happiness. Many times people will ask him why. Even Baba, Mama, Daddies, everyone had to go through severe illness. Why is that? But they settled that in happiness. They were good examples for us to inspire us that we should also be settling in happiness. The happiness of the future 21 births is so great. This is an old shoe. If you continue to settle the suffering of your karma now, you will become free from it for 21 births. There is happiness when an illness leaves. When a calamity comes and then leaves, there is great happiness. You know that calamities of many births are now to come. Whatever we have accumulated because of your wrong actions, it has accumulated as sins. And in this last birth, all of that will come out in some way or the other. When a calamity comes, leaves, there is great happiness. And you know that calamities of many births are now to come, but we are now going to Baba. This is called extracting points by churning the ocean of knowledge. Baba advises you how to talk to yourselves. How to talk to yourselves. I don't know how many of you have been in a hospital, in a bed, where you have nothing, you absolutely can't do anything, right? You can't help yourself in any other way. But you can definitely talk to yourself. It's, as a matter of fact, it's a good time to settle and to talk to yourself in this happiness. Nothing else that you do will actually be helpful, right? Because you have to be there, you have to take the treatment, whatever they're giving you. You can't complain, you can't do this, I don't like this, I don't like that. Nothing helps, right? But talk to yourself, keep yourself happy, that you can do. So Baba advises you how to talk to yourselves. We have completed the cycle of 84 births, and we're now going to Baba. We will then claim our inheritance from Baba. You also have visions. There are visible and invisible visions. Two types of visions. For instance, Mama didn't have any visions, visible visions. Baba had visions. He saw Lakshmi, he saw Vishnu, he saw destruction, he saw all of that. But for Mama, she didn't get those clear visions, I said. Baba had visions of establishment and destruction. He had an accurate vision of the future, but he couldn't understand at first that he was to become Vishnu. He began to understand that later. Right? The same Vishnu that he used to adore, to worship, everything. Got a big vision of that. But he didn't know that it was his own future form. He was to become that. So he began to understand that later. I am now going from the vicious household religion to the viceless household religion. And the same applies to you. This was the moment of realization for him. You know what Baba is saying? In a second, you can get Jivan Mukti. That was the second he got that Jivan Mukti. That I am becoming this. Right? You also become the same by studying what Baba teaches. You should raise. There is praise of Mama in the song. You now know who is called the world mother. In fact, who are the mother and father. You have that incorporeal one in your intellects. The Father is God, the Father, and that is fine. He is incorporeal, but the mother cannot be incorporeal. The Father is incorporeal, and he will definitely give you the inheritance. Therefore, he has to come here so that he can give his own introduction. So, this one has to become the mother and father. And Shiv Baba enters this body, this one then also becomes the mother and father, two in one. Bap and Dada, mother and father. This one is therefore the senior mother. The biggest mother we have is Brahma Baba. Right? Mother's Day is coming. So our big Mother's Day coming. Dada, that is the grandfather. Shiv Baba is incorporeal. These are such wonderful things. No one can become the grandmother. Grandfather, yes, but there's no grandmother. Since this creation is mouth-born, this Brahma is a male. The Father says, this secret that I explained to you is so deep. It cannot sit in some people's intellects. Who the mother and the father are. They believe Krishna to be that. This is the only difference. This is called the one mistake. Who is the father? Who is the mother? This do not know that. This is the one mistake. All you need is make one mistake, and that leads you to another mistake and another mistake and another mistake, right? There has to be some reason. What is the mistake for which Bharat becomes so unhappy? It's when you're going from a point A to point B, and you just miss one little sign of direction. It takes you in the wrong street. And then every other turn that you make is also wrong, right? So it's okay. We have to be very careful that we don't make that first mistake. So what is the mistake for which Bharat becomes so unhappy? You now know who made you forget and the reason why you forgot. Who made you forget? Truly, Maya, Ravan turned you away from the incorporeal to the corporeal, bodily being. So you started to believe bodily beings to be God, Mother, Father. That is not true. Just as Baba is Karan Karavanhar, Maya too is Karan Karavanhar. Thus, and also does through others. The Father is Karan Karavanhar, the bestower of happiness, and Maya is Karan Karavanhar, the bestower of sorrow. This also we must remember very clearly. Right? Anybody is giving sorrow, you feel a little bit upset about something, somebody there. Okay, that person can be a medium, right? But ultimately, who gives you sorrow is not that person. Something else within you, whether it is your own anger, whether it is your own ego, whether it is your own lack of power, whatever it is. That's why you're taking that sorrow. Right? And so Maya will try all kinds of tricks to give that sorrow to you. Baba will try every way to give you happiness. He will catch you directly. He will catch you through someone. He'll catch you through a program. He will catch you through the television. Somewhere or the other, he will want you back on the path of happiness. Maya also tries equally hard to get you onto the path of sorrow. So I was saying, Baba is Karan Karavanhar, Maya too is Karan Karavanhar. The Father is Karan Karavanhar, bestower of happiness, and Maya is Karan Karavanhar, the bestower of sorrow. She turns you away from the Father. And now the Father himself says, "O souls, constantly remember me, your Father. You are my children. If you want to claim your inheritance, simply remember me. Your sins will be absolved. You are receiving these directions from the unlimited Father through Brahma. Guru Brahma is very well known. They then say that God is omnipresent or infinite. Previously, we too used to think that what they say is right. But we now understand that it was Maya Ravan that made you say that. Guru, to take us back, cannot be anyone else other than Shiv Baba. On the one hand, they say that he is beyond name and form, and on the other, they say that he is omnipresent. Those two ideas cannot exist at the same time. They simply accepted whatever their gurus told them. Maya makes you make mistakes and makes you fall. And then Baba makes you free from making mistakes so that you can ascend. So beautiful, isn't it? What does Maya do? It makes you make mistakes, even though we know there are no mistakes in drama, right? But it gets you down the path of sorrow. So in that way, you will say it is a mistake, makes you fall. And then Baba comes, makes you free from making mistakes so that you can then ascend. Your degrees of happiness will ascend. Baba enables you to make good effort, and you then have to make your own fortune. You have to remember the Father. I will show you the method, but you still have to follow those methods. That is, remember the Father. This is easy. When a Kumari becomes engaged, she clings to him. In the same way, you are now engaged to Shiv Baba, and therefore you should cling to him. Cling to him, right? Don't let him go. The Father says, remember me. When you souls become pure, you will then return home with me. I will seat you on my eyelids and take you back with me. Anybody has felt that? sitting on Baba's eyelids. And Baba is taking me beyond this world, beyond anything of this world. Right? It can happen in your experience of yoga too. You don't have to wait till the end for that to happen. But now also Baba can give us this experience. That we have to be lost, and Baba said, "I'm lost in Baba's remembrance." All of these are experiences that Baba can give us in that stage of being lost in remembrance. So Baba says, "I will seat you on my eyelids and take you back with me. Simply remember me, and I guarantee that you will be liberated from your sins." The fact is that we feel so light, right? As if very pure and light. How can you make effort without having an aim and objective? There's no question of blind faith here. This is Shiv Baba's college. He is the creator of heaven. He is teaching you for the land of immortality. This is the land of death. The land of death will end, and then the golden age will definitely come. This cycle continues to turn. Acha, acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. Spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say, Namaste to the spiritual father. You also say it in Hindi or Tamil. Hindi. Meethe meethe sikhilade bachcho prati. Good, good, good. And Tamil? Amen. Baba must be listening all the time. So many languages. Right. Okay. As a dharana point. Withdraw all your physical organs like a tortoise and remember the Father and your inheritance. Withdraw all your physical organs like a tortoise and remember the Father and your inheritance. Become a karma yogi. Talk to yourself. Secondly, exchange the jewels of knowledge among yourselves and sustain one another. Exchange jewels of knowledge among yourselves and sustain one another. Have spiritual love for everyone. Blessing. May you be a constant yogi and make true spiritual endeavor by having a true relationship in your heart. May you be a constant yogi, make true spiritual endeavor by having true relationship in your heart. Spiritual endeavor, in Hindi, the word is very nice, sadhana. You heard the word sadhana? Spiritual endeavor, spiritual effort means to have powerful remembrance of the Father and have a true relationship in the heart with Him. What does sadhana mean? It means powerful remembrance of Father and true relationship in the heart with Him. Just as when you sit down to have yoga, you sit with concentration. In the same way, Keep your heart, mind, and intellect sitting with the Father. As soon as you say yoga, the body settles down, right? But it's not just about body. He's saying, let your heart, let your mind, let your intellect just sit with the Father. This is true spiritual endeavor. If there isn't such spiritual endeavor or sadhana, then there is prayer. Prayer is aradhana. Yeah, you go back to your old ways of reaching to God. You have to pray to Him, you have to request Him, you have to put in an application to Him. All of those things, aradhana. Sometimes there is remembrance, and sometimes there are complaints. Yad or pariyad. Again, where there is yad, remembrance, there cannot be pariyad or complaints. In fact, there is no need for complaints in having remembrance. You all complain to Baba? Nobody complains to Baba? You sure? I want this, I want that, this should happen, that should happen. No, nothing like that. Complain about other people too, right? Baba, this one is like that one is like that. We don't do that. We don't do that. But just this feeling that I don't have something, right? That also should not come. Baba knows what I have, what I don't have. At the right time, I will get it. So to be so content, so satisfied in Baba's remembrance. Because at that very moment, Baba is filling me up with whatever I need as a soul. So Baba says, sometimes there is remembrance, sometimes there are complaints. In fact, there is no need for complaints in having remembrance. Those who have a relationship with the Father in their heart become constant yogis. Constant yogis. Slogan. Be a carefree emperor with the awareness that the Father is Karavanhar, the one who is inspiring me to do. And then continue to experience the flying stage. Be a carefree emperor with the awareness that the Father is Karavanhar, the one who is inspiring, and continue to experience the flying stage. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Got it? No complaints. Only yad. Okay, all right. Baba makes us so full that you can get lost. What happened? After that comes. Huh? That's right.
महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। बन के फरिश्ता उड़ चलो, के फरिश्ता उड़ चलो, हे योगी संसार से, हे योगी संसार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। बन के फरिश्ता उड़ चलो, हे योगी संसार से, हे योगी संसार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। ज्योति की वो दुनिया है न्यारी, शांति वहाँ की लगती है प्यारी, शांति वहाँ की लगती है प्यारी। ज्योति की वो दुनिया है न्यारी, शांति वहाँ की लगती है प्यारी, शांति वहाँ की लगती है प्यारी। बुला रहा है पिता तुम्हारा, हो बुला रहा है पिता तुम्हारा, अपनी मीठी पुकार से, अपनी मीठी पुकार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। बन के फरिश्ता उड़ चलो, हे योगी संसार से, हे योगी संसार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से।
तन में। जाना है वहाँ हमको जहाँ बाप और दादा है हो। जाना है वहाँ हमको जहाँ बाप और दादा है। बनना है संपूर्ण बाबा हमारे लिए कर रहे हैं इंतजार घर ले जाने के लिए आकारी बन करके हम वतन में जाएंगे।
Thank you.
Here, not only one month old child. So, actually, our mother, actually, mother, our mother, Scarborough special mother. That we can go 30 years. Every time we have a special program, a public program, we invite our women, right? That she can speak Tamil, we can speak English, we can speak Hindi, I mean, Gujarati, Marathi also, I guess. So she knows the language, she's our face for North America, especially for here. So, for many years we haven't seen her, but we see her every year because we go to the research. Welcome after a long time. We miss you for a long time. So from now on, we'll come there very often. And
Yes.
this is the place.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
That is true. I have not come for a long time. And because I haven't come to Toronto for a long time, I haven't come to Scarborough for a long time. So, but it was very beautiful this morning. Even the new Toronto Center I have not seen, after it was renovated and everything. So this was the first time. And it's beautiful again to have a new place for Baba in Scarborough. This is also very beautiful. And, like I was sharing, very warm, wet atmosphere to welcome Baba's children here. So thank you for having me here. And most important, it's so beautiful to see the family grow, so beautifully. I think for 2 or 3 years, we were all in a cocoon and doing our own work, growth, inside. Some of us were already with Baba, and we knew that what we have to do, but we were not doing it. And some of us had still not found Baba, perhaps some of you. And we were searching or seeking, and then that gave us a time, 2 or 3 years, gave us a time to turn in the spiritual direction. That not everything that we're looking for we can get from outside world, but really there has to be something much deeper in life. So no matter who we are, but I think those few years have been so beneficial and so uplifting. And now, of course, it is time for us to come back and be a family and be together and be the full example that Baba wants us to be. Really live by what Baba is telling us, so that many, many, many more can be attracted, be inspired by Baba and Baba's teachings. So this is probably one of the first places that I'm visiting or after COVID. So it's really nice to see the big family grow so nicely. Lovely. And Toronto Center this morning was very nice to me. So one of the best things that happens with Baba's children is that we all listen to the same Murli, right? Same Murli, Murlis, whatever you want. It may be a little bit different here and there. But no matter whether we are very old, for years together, or whether we are just young, just came, doesn't matter, right? We all listen to same Murli, same, class or lesson, in the morning. How is it possible? Is it possible that somebody who is in post-graduation and somebody who is in ABC nursery is sitting in the same class and listening to the same lesson and benefiting from it? And not only benefiting from it, but it's the exact, accurate thing that we need to listen that day. Have you seen this anywhere else? Nothing, nowhere, right? And once we do that, you don't miss anything. One person came up, a few years ago, I remember. One person came and was feeling very bad that I have come so late and I have missed so much, already since Baba came. Baba has spoken so many Murlis and I have not heard so many Murlis. And now how can I catch up? Can I read 5 Murlis, 6 Murlis a day? Will I be able to catch up? It was very, very sincere, very eager and seriously asking this question. I said, no, you don't have to do that. You don't please read 5 or 6 Murlis in the day. But same Murli of the day, you can read 5 or 6 times. That is okay, right? So, Dadi Janki read it more than 5, 6 times, so many times she read it. But it's the wonder of Baba's knowledge, that it's so universal and it's so timeless. It doesn't have any time factor. Oh, it was okay for that time, not okay for this time. No, it's still good, Baba's knowledge. Of course, some people, they say, I like Avyakta Murlis more than Sakar Murlis. And that's okay also. But we can't do without Sakar Murlis, right? We cannot get the real knowledge, the substance of the knowledge without getting. But the important thing is that we read between the lines Baba is speaking and we really get what is he trying to say and what do I have to practice today. Picking up at least 1, 2, 3 times, 3 things from the Murli, but taking it to heart and practicing from the heart. I think that's what we need to do. Then we don't miss anything. You haven't missed anything. Whoever come, whenever, Baba also tells us it is accurate in Brahma. You could not have done anything differently. Nobody could have done anything differently. But from now onwards, pay full attention. Right now, if you, after coming and after listening and after getting the knowledge, if you still feel that, you have something else to do more important in life and you miss out on what Baba is giving, then of course you miss out. But don't think back about when you came, why you didn't come, and so on and so forth. So how do we make up now? How do we really make the best of our time at this time? Because time is precious. Every day is precious. Every moment is precious. Every thought is precious. And every interaction is precious. So for us, spirituality is not just about listening to Murli or sitting in meditation, but it is practically living it. So after listening, then what? That is the most important thing. Then, of course, today Baba is saying, churn about it. Think about what Baba has told you. Sometimes we call it revision, sometimes we call it churning, sometimes we call it something else. But important thing is to keep our intellect occupied with knowledge, wisdom, higher truth of life, and not to dilute it. But of course, the challenge is life continues. Baba never said, put a stop to your life there and do this, right? Life is also continuous. Whatever you're doing is continuous, wherever you are, your family, your commitments, your children, your job, whatever other work you're doing, everything continues, right? But in spite of that, pay attention to this and give importance to this and make the best use of your time and everything that you have in life. And this is why I liked really what Baba is saying today. Okay, you did what you have to do. You didn't say, okay, I'm not going to do it. But after you have done it, right? Do you need to sit and think about it? Do you need to sit and analyze something? Do you need to think about why this person did like this and why that person said that? And, you don't need to do that. Because a lot of our time in life, in activity, whenever we are busy in our activity and busy in our like job or family or whatever, a lot of our mental time is wasted in that. Thinking back or thinking forward. Sometimes it's not thinking back, but it's thinking forward. Oh, what is going to happen? What if this doesn't happen? What if this happens? A lot of, conjectures and imagination. A lot of times that doesn't even happen. It's not even going to happen. Sometimes you're scared of something, that this might happen, that might happen. But 90% of times, whatever we are scared of doesn't happen. Maybe 10% it happens. This is what they say. But still we hold it so big in our mind. And this is why, yes, in between, take out time. And Baba said today, very, very nice example of turtle, right? Have you seen a tortoise? Everybody has seen one? Yeah, it's like has such a hard shell, right? And when it's not moving and when you don't see the limbs outside, it's just like a little stone, you can't tell it's a living being, living animal, in other words. So when it's moving, when it's finding its food, it's going around. But once it's there, finished that, it will just become totally, totally still. And for us also, Baba has given us permission to do that. The most important thing is that Baba has given us permission to withdraw our limbs, withdraw our, senses, withdraw our thoughts, withdraw our judgment, withdraw our imagination. All of that is extra. And this is why Baba said today, when you're sitting in yoga, not just your body is still, but your mind, your intellect, your heart, all of the three are with Baba. Such a nice, beautiful sadhana. We described sadhana that, you are totally with Baba, which means when your mind is with God, we always say man, mana, bhav, right? Belong to me. I belong to Baba. So why do I have to think about anything? Do I have to think about anything? If my mind is God's, He has to put the thought in me. I don't have to create thought. Right? What does it mean, man, mana, bhav? When we say, Baba, I am yours, my mind is yours, it means whatever are God's thoughts, I will get those thoughts. This is true remembrance of Baba. And you will definitely get the right thoughts at the right time. It's not that you will forget anything. And this was another thing that Dadi Janki, we would tell her, Dadi, I forgot. She would never accept you forgot. She said, you were not remembering Baba. That's why you forgot this, or you forgot that, or you forgot this. Because if you have remembrance of Baba, if your mind is totally absorbed in Baba's remembrance, He will give you that right thought at the right time. Amazingly, you find that, you're trying to find something that you have lost, right? Maybe it's your car key, maybe it's your cell phone, maybe whatever it is. You've looked everywhere, can't find it. You go and sit quietly with Baba in Baba's room. Within a minute, you remember where you put it, right? How many people have that experience? Yeah. But as long as you're moving around, running around, and trying to find it, you don't find it. But as soon as you sit quietly and say, Baba, now I'm yours, you find it for me. He puts the thought. You remember where you went, what you did, and you will go and find it. So this is what Baba means, that we unnecessarily we use our thoughts for so many things. So mind has to be totally with Baba. Intellect has to be totally with Baba. And what does that mean? It is always called yoga of the intellect, connection of the intellect in yoga with Baba. So intellect is always making judgment. Intellect is always analyzing. See, mind is okay. It's not so, it just scatters from one to the other to the other. It doesn't have the capacity to make a judgment or decision or, question something or whatever. But the intellect will question everything. It will not easily have faith. It will not easily trust. And Baba says, for example, it's going to be okay. Drama is accurate. Drama is perfect. Intellect will say, really? Is this perfect? I don't think so. So it will question Baba. So this is why Baba is saying that keep your intellect with Baba means keep your intellect totally absorbed in understanding Baba, understanding drama, understanding yourself, and not use unnecessary thoughts. Introduce ordinary thoughts, not unnecessary, but even ordinary thoughts. Like our usual way of thinking. This one did this, so it must have been like this. Baba said, put full stop, Kalyan, ki bindi. The full stop is of benefit. Not just even full stop. Baba says, full stop of benefit. Recently, he said that very beautifully. But we forget the word benefit. We try to put full stop, and it becomes question mark. Try to put stop, it becomes exclamation mark. This also happens, that also happens. So intellect totally with Baba, meaning understanding knowledge, churning knowledge. Today Baba said talking to yourself, knowledge. And really sharing the knowledge and really deepening that faith. So deep that faith in Baba, Brahma, myself, and also family. Deepening my faith in the family also. Baba had talked about faith in 4 different categories one time. One is faith in Baba, and everybody will say, oh, I have faith in Baba. But what about faith in your own self? If sometimes you fluctuate in the faith in your own self, even Baba cannot help. Baba will give me blessing. For example, you are a victorious soul. And I will doubt myself, really, I'm a victorious soul. Can Baba help? Baba gives you the blessing. He reminds you of your powers. He has given you all the inheritance of powers. And beyond that, it is now my duty, my awareness. I have to maintain that. So if I don't have that awareness, if I don't believe in it, if I don't have faith in it, it doesn't matter whether I got blessing or not, but I will not be able to use it. So faith in myself, and that also comes from sitting with Baba. Who is he? What is he? He knows me better than I know myself. I only know this birth. He knows me from throughout time, eternal self. He knows the eternal soul. He knows me in my original form. So who should I believe more? My own self, who I only know limited history or story about myself? Or should I believe in my parent who really knows, who gave me birth, who brought me up, who sustained me, who knows everything about myself? No, even otherwise, even in physical birth also. Your parents know more about your childhood than yourself. No? They will tell you, you were like this, you used to sit like this, you used to do like this. We don't know. So now it is unlimited. History of the whole cycle of time, how I was in the beginning, what kind of powers I had. Baba knows everything about me. So I have to stay with my intellect with Baba, not use my own reasoning, not use my own information, what I have, not use my own sense of making sense, which is very ordinary sometimes. So that is called being with Baba, with the intellect. And then, of course, Baba said, your heart also should be with Baba. Heart should be with Baba. Many times we are sitting, we are remembering, sometimes we are even enjoying, a little bit of knowledge, this, that, but the heart is gone out to somewhere else, someone else. Right? Like I'm saying, we just set the example of you're missing somebody, or you're missing something, or you wish you could talk to this person, for example. So why that person pops in your head now? That means heart is with somebody. No? Right? You're not enjoying Baba's company. So you're fooling yourself that I'm remembering Baba, but at the same time, the heart is with either it is an object, it is a thing, or it is a person. It may be something good about that person also. Sometimes Baba says, even don't get impressed about anyone. That also means that your heart is going out to that person. You will say that, oh, this person has such and such a good virtue. Why can't I think about him? Okay, this person has good virtue, but where did they get from that virtue? Who gave that virtue to that person? Baba. Even today, Baba said there is a lot of praise of World Mother. But who made World Mother World Mother? So if World Mother herself doesn't get the praise, then who else can get the praise? Everyone, whoever, whatever they are in this world, who made them like that, came from him, this virtue. So we have to be very, very watchful, especially where my heart is. If I'm feeling a little bit sad, or I'm feeling a little bit dejected, or I'm feeling a little bit hopeless about something, then I have to check. Because Baba is my companion. Baba is all my attainment, gives me all my attainment. So what is there to remember, or what is there to, have desire for, or feel that I don't have this? So something to think about also, right? So when my heart, my mind, my intellect, and of course body is also with Baba, then I can say, yes, I'm actually taking from Baba. So I'm really thinking a lot about this, within that 1 minute, 2 minute, for example, when we have traffic control, it's a very good test where my heart is, where my mind is, where my intellect is. Sometimes we should keep a chart of that, right? Rather than assume that, yes, I did my traffic control and it was okay, but was my heart with Baba? Was my mind with Baba? Was my intellect with Baba? Yes, body may have been still. And this is how we can allow Baba to work through us if we are totally aligned with him. If mind, intellect, heart, everything is with Baba, then he can be Karavanhar for me. No? He said Baba is Karavanhar. He can be the one to touch my mind and my intellect. Otherwise, I'm opening my soul to Ravan. or any other influences to work through me. Which one do I want now? I want Baba to be Karavanhar, I want Ravan to be Karavanhar, and I'm Karanhar. In both instances, they will use me. Right? Ravan can use me or Baba can use me. Who would I rather that they use me? Of course, no? Because Baba means happiness. Baba means purity. Baba means peace. Baba means all the qualities. Right? Would I rather be an instrument for peace, for happiness, for truth? Or would I want to be an instrument for anger, ego, jealousy, greed, all of those negative things that I'm trying to get away from? So question yourself always, is Baba really my Karavanhar? And am I really Karanhar? Means he's using my hands, he's using my feet, he's using my eyes, right? And most importantly, Karavanhar, because he is giving me direction for my life. Right? He is telling me how to live life. He's telling me how to use mind. He's telling me how to use body. He's telling me how to use my wealth. So am I following that? If I'm following, then I will say, yes, Baba is my Karavanhar. If I'm not following accurately, or if I don't know about something, sometimes mistakes can happen or slips can happen, but I quickly learn from my mistakes. It's okay always, Baba says, you can forget something or you can miss something or whatever. But as soon as you realize it, as soon as you see that this is not the right thing, immediately correct it. Don't keep continuing on that wrong path. Like I was saying today, one mistake leads to another mistake, to another mistake, to another mistake. One wrong turn leads to the wrong direction. And then from that wrong direction, again, even if you think that you're taking the right turn, but it's already wrong turn. Because the first turn was wrong, so you have to return back where you went wrong, and then you have to take the right turn, right? So it's the same thing with Baba and, in our Brahmin life. Once in a while, it can happen that you don't know something, you miss something, and you take that wrong step, whether it is of talking to somebody or whether it is of not being patient with somebody or not doing something in the way that Baba would have liked you to do. It's okay. But immediately realize and make it right. And how do you make it right? Be honest with Baba. Open to Baba. Talk to him. Again, if your heart is with him, you won't hesitate. You will tell him everything that what happened. And of course, naturally, you don't even have to ask for forgiveness, but naturally you will feel that Baba has heard you. Baba has taken away that from you, that feeling of guilt or mistake or whatever. And you're already feeling empowered to go right in the right direction. Right? So we are on a long path, long journey. The other day he said. So, and we have to be very careful. Our thoughts, our words, our actions, every little move, means something. Even sometimes I feel that, I didn't mean to not smile at somebody, for example, but that person will pick it up. You didn't smile at me. I don't even know I didn't smile at you. But this person is used to getting a smile every time I pass by. But this one day I didn't smile. And they picked it up.
अरे शिव की याद रहेगी तब आँखों में समाया वो होगा हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा यहाँ हमारा तन होगा वहाँ हमारा मन होगा जहाँ होता है मानव का धन वही होता है उसका मन इसलिए परमात्मा ने बताया मुझसे लगा लो अपना मन हम सा नहीं कोई जमाने में रचना रचता का ज्ञान जिसे पर ऐसा भी बनना होगा नहीं कभी अभिमान जिसे यहाँ हमारा तन होगा वहाँ हमारा मन होगा ये दुनिया तो मायावी है माया से भला कैसी यारी अपने तो दो ही ठिकाने हैं वैकुंठ दुनिया निराकारी धुंधला सा अंधियारा है दीपक से उजियारा होगा ये आँख भी तन का दीपक है ये ज्ञान जीवन दीपक होगा यहाँ हमारा तन होगा वहाँ हमारा मन होगा हर शिव की याद रहेगी तब आँखों में समाया वो होगा हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा यहाँ हमारा तन होगा वहाँ हमारा मन होगा
What I meant to say is that let everything, heart and mind and intellect, everything be with Baba in a natural way. Then I'll be able to pick up signals. I will be able to remember the right Srimad at the right time. I'll be able to use Baba in the right relationship at the right time also. And Baba said recently, no, you must use him in the right relationship. Sometimes when it is the turn of the mother, then you forget, you think it's the teacher or it's the other way around. But we must remember Baba is available in all different kind of relationships. And also as the drama progresses, every moment in the drama, right, there is something for us to think about and do it according to Srimad. Srimad, Baba's direction. Not in my own way of doing it, but Baba's way of doing it. Because that is what will be good for me. And that will also be what is good for everyone that is involved in that. So I should be careful with that also. So then only I can feel that Baba is doing through me. Baba is Karavan heart. and I am Karan. Otherwise, I'm doing something and Baba had intended for me to be something else or do something else. Then I will not feel that I'm with Baba. Right? So our actions also have to be very aligned with our thoughts, our feelings, attitude. Everything has to be aligned with Baba. So Baba has given us a very, very beautiful, gift. And the most beautiful gift is He Himself. He presents Himself to us that I'm available to you all the time. So keep me with you. Keep me with you all the time. Baba says, remember me. But even remembrance, you don't have to make special effort for remembrance. If you just keep Him with you, His presence with you, then you don't have to make a special effort. Oh, Baba is like this. He's a point of light. Where is his picture? No, I don't have to do that. But His presence is kind of walking with you. His words are ringing in your ears. His Srimad, you're remembering while you're doing everything, while you're walking the street also. So make that natural companionship presence of Baba, right? That is what it means, sadhana. He said sadhana means your mind, your intellect, your heart, your body, of course. Everything is with Baba. Was thinking if anyone has anything to say, anything to ask, maybe we can have some interaction. Sorry? Tomorrow, I see. Today's 13th. Oh, okay, 14th April. Very good. Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy 4 o'clock. Tomorrow is Tamil New Year. So we were actually offering both because it's already there, no? In India. New Year in India.
Burning question one thing we did for other last time, first time here, everything was so one wonderful program. This is the best program we did. The service we did all the things and almost 100 children. And all we have to class all the mothers and whatever we could bring up in the world. And that's why we have this picture put up.
Well, if they didn't get this, forget it. Right?
Baba talked about pretty much work we did that.
But also I see everyone happy, because of that, I think, when you serve people, when everyone else gets what, the same message you got, you feel so happy. I could see it in their faces too. Ramil. Sevai. வெறும் வார்த்தையால சேவை இல்லை, இந்த பாவனையால சேவை, தன்னுடைய எக்ஸாம்பிளால சேவை, அதுதான் ரியல் சேவை இல்லையா? பாபா இன்ஸ்பயர் பண்றாரு. மனசாலையும் உடம்பாலையும் உள்ளத்தாலையும் வேலைத்தாலையும் always be with Baba. Yes. All round Sevanga. You have totally blessing. Happy. What happened? என்ன சொல்றாங்க? ரொம்ப நாளைக்கு ஓம் சாந்தி. I was feeling that everyone in Toronto is getting younger. Really? Doesn't matter how old you are, but you're getting younger. Maybe it's the youth energy.
Yes.
मेरे बाबा तुम्हारी याद बहुत आती है। मेरे बाबा तुम्हारी याद बहुत आती है। नैन में प्रेम के मोती भी साथ लाती है। मेरे बाबा तुम्हारी याद बहुत आती है। खुले जो नैन मिले सामने आए अपने, पलक जो बंद किए साथ में पाए अपने, दिल की धड़कन धीरे से बात कह के जाती है। दिल की धड़कन धीरे से बात कह के जाती है। मेरे बाबा तुम्हारी याद बहुत आती है। यही दिल चाहता जी भर के तुमसे बात करूं, तुम्हें देखूं सदा, तुमसे ही मुलाकात करूं। तेरे एहसान में दुनिया ये गुनगुनाती है। तेरे एहसान में दुनिया ये गुनगुनाती है। मेरे बाबा तुम्हारी याद बहुत आती है। कभी मुरली सुनाते तो बजाते भी देखा, तो लाल अक्षरों से लिखते भाग्य की लेखा। घड़ी वो आज भी भूले नहीं भुलाती है। घड़ी वो आज भी भूले नहीं भुलाती है। मेरे बाबा तुम्हारी याद बहुत आती है। मेरे बाबा तुम्हारी याद बहुत आती है। नैन में प्रेम के मोती भी साथ लाती है। मेरे बाबा तुम्हारी याद बहुत आती है। मेरे बाबा तुम्हारी याद बहुत आती है।
महाज्योति को याद करो हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। महाज्योति को याद करो हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। बन के फरिश्ता उड़ चलो, बन के फरिश्ता उड़ चलो, हे योगी संसार से, हे योगी संसार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। बन के फरिश्ता उड़ चलो, हे योगी संसार से, हे योगी संसार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। ज्योति की वो दुनिया है न्यारी, शांति वहाँ की लगती है प्यारी, शांति वहाँ की लगती है प्यारी। ज्योति की वो दुनिया है न्यारी, शांति वहाँ की लगती है प्यारी, शांति वहाँ की लगती है प्यारी। बुला रहा है पिता तुम्हारा, हो बुला रहा है पिता तुम्हारा, अपनी मीठी पुकार से, अपनी मीठी पुकार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। बन के फरिश्ता उड़ चलो, हे योगी संसार से, हे योगी संसार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। हो उपराम इस तन से, मुक्त हो जा सारे बंधन से, मुक्त हो जा सारे बंधन से। हो उपराम इस तन से, मुक्त हो जा सारे बंधन से, मुक्त हो जा सारे बंधन से। इस आवाज की दुनिया से चल, हो इस आवाज की दुनिया से चल, सज के दिव्य श्रृंगार से, सज के दिव्य श्रृंगार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। बन के फरिश्ता उड़ चलो, बन के फरिश्ता उड़ चलो, हे योगी संसार से, हे योगी संसार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से। महाज्योति को याद करो, हे योगी बड़े प्यार से।
Yeah, what's the color? You have three colors. You have three colors. You are only Dr. Color.
Yeah, you're Dr.
So, congratulations for Saturday. Good job. All the celebrities that are there. Yeah. Looking now, Zebra is there. So, a lot of room for you. It's only one night. I can realize that. In fact, like, so how many